All right. So we'll see who comes on, you know, because it is a wonderful day outside, but the new dimension is calling you. So I'm Alena Chapman. I'm a shaman and a light bearer. We call this the mystical muse. And I'll tell you what, it is mystical and it is fun. This new dimension is a very special place. Just so you know a little bit about me, if you want, I am I am a three-time or two-time international best-selling author. I have a third book called Hello Soul, which I used to have right here, but it's not. So, Hello Soul. I also had a radio show that was a great success with something like 300,000 or 600, somewhere around there. It's close enough. Followers. Um, I also have shared the stage with some of the top self improvement people, even though I'm spiritual, but that kind of opened the door a little bit later. So, anyway, today I also channel, and today I will be talking to you about the new dimension. I love it when we can get people on because they can ask questions, and when they ask questions of spirit, and oh, that's by the way, when I channel, I'm channeling from the spirit of light. And I think what we need to do is see if you want to subscribe, because in subscribing or sharing this out, do you have friends who need to learn more about the spiritual new dimension, what we're going through in the spiritual dimension? Then share this out to them, because right now I do know for a fact that a lot of people are going through their very last leg of getting themselves aligned. And that can be hard because it's really the hardest challenge is happening for so many people. And if they can hear about the new dimension, hey there, Sci-Fi Mombi. We got to chat, hon. We got to chat. When they're going through this, to have that little boost of knowing what the prize is, maybe of this new dimension and where they're going to be living. I got to adjust this, and might mean all the world to them. So share it out there to people you know that are going through their last leg in a tough time. So anyway, I did want to go ahead and I will call in spirit. I want to wait and see who else is getting on, and we're getting there. But how many of you, I would love to know, of the ones who are watching, how many of you have been going through a hard time? Let me ask you this. How fun is this too? I'll ask you that. Please answer it. And then how many of you have been having like flu-like symptoms? Kind of a heightened anxiety more than normal. That's kind of unrealistic. Yeah. Oh, see, Sci-Fi Mombi. Thank you for honesty. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. More ringing in the ears than ever. Feeling like you're moving in slow motion in things. Feeling a frustration and you don't know why. Waking up at weird hours at night. All of this, all of these are signs of us ascending into a new dimension. And it's been a very interesting time for me, oh my gosh. It has been quite an interesting time for me. It's like I have gone through the same scenario in my life several times. And then it took like me taking a different stand, going up above it, and looking at the whole scenario of this same circumstance that happens every damn time in my life, but in a different shape, a different form, but it's the same exact story. And so I aimed myself more above it, like an observer, and looked around it and found the higher way to go and the higher meaning of this situation I kept reliving. And I can say it has been very, very smooth sailing. And that's what it takes, guys, to ascend faster. It's going what I call Some people call it a witness, but other people like me call it taking an observational role. And that means you do not get involved emotionally. So when I'm looking at what's happening with this bully, basically, I all of a sudden, um, I didn't get myself into it. I didn't get angry. I didn't get sad. I didn't get scared. I just looked at it, and then I started to see how the pieces, where it was leading, where had it come from, where was it leading to, was it really something that needed to be, was it even real, really, because many things aren't. And then I contacted people that could help me write a letter that is very professional and very to the point and very non-emotional. And so far, it's been smooth. I'm handling it in a different way. I'm not losing my temper, which is a good thing. I hardly ever do that, but I can. I can get angry. And I didn't get angry. And I didn't get sad or worried or wake up with anxiety all the time. It was a really nice way to do it. But it's learning how to deal with this last leg of what we have to deal with before we ascend. Now, we have people coming on. We got a good steady 6 people. Yay! She is festy, guys. I have my moments. Thanks, PJ. Well, yeah, I guess me as Alena, I can be pretty feisty sometimes. Not really. It's kind of getting mellowed because, I understand more and I'm more into the spiritual world than I am in this world, to tell you the truth. And as a shaman, you just tend to do that. And since I've moved here into this beautiful home in Tennessee, and it's so peaceful, I find myself slowing down, feeling more peaceful myself too, and being more in the spiritual world than I am here. A lot more, actually. Good morning, Maria. Welcome. Okay, guys. So what do we want to hear about this new dimension? Let me get quiet and call in the Council of Light, which is of all light and unconditional love, and is before time. Hello, beautiful ones. We have been asked to come and speak with you about this new dimension you are under. This is an amazing time for most of you, for those of you who understand and have chosen to ascend into a place where there is so much flow and so much easement, where the intuition is activated, where you can actually hear from your own light, where you are more in the moment than you ever have been in your whole life, where you see things, as Alena says, observing them instead of getting emotionally tied down to it. This is a very special time. Many of you are watching the weather, and yes, the weather is changing. Yes, the world is changing. But you, as people or souls living on this planet, do not have to worry like you are. And if you start to ascend in this new dimension, you will understand that you do not have to worry like so many are. You will understand that you will always be taken care of, that there is no finality. And what will that bring you in this new dimension? You are going to find that if you trust, that you are going to be able to manifest faster than you ever have before. It is going to seem like pure magic. You will say something and it will just appear. It is an amazing time for that. And if you listen to your intuition and start connecting to that inner light inside of you, your soul, your spirit, your own very light, you will understand that the time is warping. It's speeding up at the very same time that it is slowing down. And the more that you are in the now, the more you will feel the slowness. The more you are doing your schedules, the faster it will seem. Realities are closer together. So if you are one who likes to travel from one reality to another, Alena calls it reality jumping or quantum jumping. If you are doing any of that, you will find it so easy because all dimensions are happening at the same time and they are all going at the same rate. And the walls are thin. If you've ever wanted to talk to Source or see all the magic that is on your land, now is the time you will be able to do that. But are you hearing us? In order to accomplish this wonderful ascension and to actually experience these incredible things, because you do realize you are becoming more spirit in this dimension and less of the material human. The whole thing is you beginning to trust yourself and getting rid of the things that aren't serving you anymore. The things that tell you that this isn't true, that this is a coincidence or a synchronicity or some such nonsense. You have to believe in yourself. You have to learn the difference between when we try to speak with you, when we are speaking through what you call your intuition and your critical mind. And you aren't going to allow that critical mind to devalue what we are trying to help you with. Always listen for the smaller voice that speaks softly, that is filled with love, and is there to help you grow. That is us. And if you listen to us, you will ascend very fast. We are really looking on top of everyone else in the universe for everyone to start to find who they truly are in spirit. Why? Because it's time for an elevation. Everything that is happening is time for an elevation, a lifting up of this earth. Alena, are you there? Yeah. Sorry. Let me get back into it. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. As we said, everything is evolving and it's growing and it's elevating. And it is time for you to elevate with it because you are not just elevating this earth. You are elevating everything. You are joining with so many other universes at this time. And it is time for your suffering to stop. Now, is everyone going to be in this new dimension? Well, take a look around you. Do you not see that many are not? There are so many people who are still fighting. There are so many people who are distrusting. There are so many people who are trying to think, how are they going to survive and having no trust? Are you seeing all the people hiding behind this false God, this false belief? and very scared and believing whatever's outside of them in this world. They are living in fear, downright fear, a fear they're going to be attacked, a fear that they're going to be taken over, a fear of everything, the weather, the people, the elections, the foreigners, the other worlds, you name it, they are afraid of it. And they live in a constant fear, which brings more negativity, which brings a mass consciousness that causes the earth to change more. Now, if you want to live in that life, you may enjoy, but we're asking you to listen to the signs that you're getting. When you get up at that nighttime hour that you never get up at, and by the way, 3 o'clock, 1 to 3 o'clock is a very special time. And if you are awake during that time, then meditate or get a hot cup of tea and sit out and look at the stars and allow your mind to wander to us. We will speak to you very clearly. Everything is for you. And it is really fun. You will have so much fun in this new dimension because you're going to see yourself actually beginning to communicate with everything. Because you do realize everything is spirit, right? And everything has spirit. And you will start to have this uncanny new knowledge that everything does hear you. Now that is fun. We hope you will have fun. You will not worry in this new dimension because, again, you are becoming more spirit than you are the physical body of a human being. And you have faith in what you are hearing in the intuition, which is a direct line to us of the light. We will guide you through. So why would you have all this anxiety? Now, we do realize, because we've seen it with Alena and with others, that you have trained your body to go into this anxiety. We know that some of you wake up with that. We know that you get these thoughts that you just cause your stomach to tighten and your shoulders to bunch up. We know that. And it's almost automatic. But now in the new dimension, you will recognize, acknowledge, and instead of allowing it to rule you, you now will have the power because you are starting to hear your inner divine. And you will start to breathe, get calm, and simply ask. We will answer you. We will tell you you do not need to worry. We will tell you there is nothing that should stress you out. This is a very new time for you. Trust it. Trust yourself. This is the time for you to really look within yourself and say, what is it I am here for? What is it that I want to experience now? What is it that I want to create? This is the time. And then to believe and start walking forward in faith. And because you're able to manifest so quick, it will come into fruition. It will happen. It will come into your life with more ease, more flow. You do not have to worry about how you have to have faith and knowing and simply walk towards it because you are spirit now. It is a wonderful time for those in the new dimension. You will find that everything gets not better. That's not the word we're looking for. You will find that everything is accessible to you. It truly is your time. And all you need to do is to let go of everything and anything that is keeping you from hearing us. We always constantly hear Alena talking about the critical mind versus our inner true voice. That's what she does, right? If you don't know that, that's what she does. So if you understand that concept, then you can start to diminish the mind that you have learned. Do some exercises. Ask yourself, when you get a thought, is that a critical thought? Is it telling me I can't? Is it telling me that's silly? Is it telling me that that's going to be hard? Is it judgmental? Is it full of not niceness? Something that debilitates you? Or is it something loving? Is it something showing you the way? Is it something that is giving you confidence? Then you know that is your intuition. And the other is not worth listening to. If you find that you're doing a habit that is detrimental to yourself, then register it and stop doing it. You have to remember, your mind is a muscle. It can be trained. You can train yourself to listen to your intuition. And you can train yourself to not listen to the critical mind. We'll give you one trick. Alena probably would have given this to you, but we know what she does. And this one we particularly like. You know that she is a shaman. Took her so long to admit it. So long. However, she has conquered her mind in a way that the shamans do, in believing that that critical mind is part of you. It is part of your spirit. Some of the things in your subconscious mind that you call actually are from past lives before. I bet you didn't even know that. So it's all stuck in there. Now, how do you train that part? Well, first of all, you don't train. Training something means it's below you. Instead, my friends, allow yourself to talk to it and say, hey, critical mind, subconscious mind, you have helped me through so many things, and I so appreciate you. But right now, I would really like it if we could give wisdom a chance. And so when I come up with an idea or when I want to try something new, would you please step back and allow my beautiful wisdom to step forward? Now, if wisdom does not step forward, then please, critical mind, you may come back in. Now, why do we like how Alena does this? Because she is not disliking that part of herself. She is not saying it is bad, because anytime you say it's bad, you've created an enemy that's going to come back. Do you see? It's very easy to understand. She has instead made a friend with it and talks about it and talks to it. She does that with every part of herself. Anything she wants more of, everything she wants less of. And because she has respect for that part of her spirit, which has lived many, many lives just like yours, it will listen. So when a situation comes up and Alena is trying a new idea just right now, and that starts to all of a sudden her critical mind will come in and say, oh, you don't know if you can trust that, and you don't know if you can do that. Okay, we hear it. But then she says, okay, critical mind, I need to hear from wisdom. And she opens up herself. She opens up to us and gives us a chance to come forward within her and guide her and calm the stomach and calm the shoulders or whatever else. She allows us to come forward and fill the void in her mind because the critical mind is stepping back. And sometimes we may even allow the critical mind, if we think she is doing something bad and her critical mind knows that this is not good for her, well, then there is no reason for us to step in, is there? Do you see how this works? Do you see how in this new dimension, you're going to have the power and the understanding to accomplish these very same things? And if you are not doing that, then you will live in the old dimension, which is really totally different. Sit on a park bench someday or in a restaurant and start to listen. Just listen. You will see. You will hear the different conversations of people who are ascending into this new dimension, which you will hear laughter, you will hear new ideas, you will hear caring, a new understanding of caring for each other and this earth. You will hear all of that in this new dimensional conversation. And you will also, as an observer, hear when people are not in it. And it is worlds apart. You have two worlds happening at the same time on your planet. Two distinct worlds. And for those of you who are waiting for the coming, this is it. This is what we mean. You will fulfill your life, but how will you fulfill it? The new dimension is going to offer you a way to create as above, so below. So many of you, it is all over the place, how this is the heaven is inside you, and it is. But how many of you open up to it? And in the new dimension, you will not only see that heaven is inside of you, but it is everywhere around you. The light is everywhere. You have been asleep, and it's time to wake up. We're here. It is time. And it is a wonderful time. And you do not need to worry, because everything will work out. You'll see it. You'll be amazed. You will see true magic. True magic. In all the manifestations, in all the changes in the world, You will not believe what you will see. You will be amazed by what you see. But you've got to wake up for it because the person who's not awake is standing right next to you and they can't see it at all. So I guess we all guess. Well, we don't really guess. We know that some of you are going to take this opportunity and listen to what is happening to you and answer it and open yourselves to the light and nothing further than the light. Now, we do want to clarify something because let's face it, this light, what are we talking about with the light? We're talking about the light, the place of source, of the great one, of God, of love, unconditional love, of all entities of the light, all the gods and goddesses, all the people you believe in, all the angels, the archangels, the guides, everything, the power animals, all the spirits of the light. Now, how do you know you're not listening, as Alena kindly puts it, Joe Schmo, who just passed yesterday? We ask you to raise your vibration. That's all you have to do. And really, if you are awakening and you are starting to see things and you are starting to register that there's something bigger, you are already starting to raise your vibration and allow yourself to feel good. Allow yourself to do things that create happiness. Do things that just feed your soul. This will allow you to raise into another vibration. And so when you meditate or when you're listening to that beautiful intuition in yourself, you are totally connected because you are vibrating on the same vibration as we are. Do you see how that works? Now, sure, you will have sad days, but the idea is you bounce out of it. And even on your sad days, you are not based in fear. You might just be upset. And we can still talk to you then. We can still help you see something better. We can still create a good outcome for you if you are on that. But as soon as you jump into fear and let the critical mind of your subconscious mind start to take control, we can't help. We can't help because you're not on the vibration. We can't help because you can't hear us. Do you understand this? This is very important. It is very much time. It is very much time. And it's time for you to decide because, my dear friends, it is here. It is time for you to step up. It is time for you to start to see the magic inside you. And it is time to become more spirit than you are matter. And that's how you will ascend. And it's a letting go process. It's letting go of all the things you thought were important, all those material things. Got to have the big car? No, you don't. Anything that drags you down, creates a desire, that creates the anxiety, that creates the fear, is going to keep you in the old dimension. Simple as that. And just so that you know, the people who do achieve these billion-dollar things, it's not because they're thinking of the money. They're thinking of the creation. The true ones are thinking of the creation. And whether you agree with them or not, that is not the matter. They are thinking of the creation. Isn't it time for you to do the same? And they have incredible faith that it will be so. Yeah. It's your turn. We welcome you. We welcome you to the new dimension. We are very happy for you. Allow us to enter into your lives. Allow us to help you. We want to help you. We want to see you succeed. And we want so much for you to enjoy this incredible experience you call planet Earth. We will call Alena back. If you have any questions for us, she will call us back. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let me see here. Who is here? Ah, thank you, Orville Nation. Whatever they said, you understood. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm going to look. Oh, nice lady talking nice stuff. Thank you, but I don't think that was all a lady. I know my Council of the Light is gosh, I do have Freya up there. I do have, of course, Archangel Michael. I do everything with Archangel Michael. Why? Because I do everything psychically, and sometimes I can be a chicken, and he always gives me strength. Is this channeling? Yes, most definitely. I do know right now you did have Mary Magdalene in there. She was there. I do know that you had Gabriel, and I know you had my Indian guide. There was one voice I wasn't sure, but I know it was of the light. It was someone that came in. Raise it up. Thank you, hon. It seems many, I don't know what this says. What does this say? It seems many do. Yes, I'm sure. Whatever. Yes. I'm so glad. Thank you, Faraku Khan. You can mispronounce my name all you want, okay? Contact you, Alena. Thank you. Spring is finally here, Alena. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. SPG Gaming. Yeah, I'm going to put that up there because that's the truth. Yes. All right, guys. So that is it. Do you have questions? And I can call them back in to answer because I have to, because I think you get it pure from them. Why in the heck would you listen to somebody who's transmuting it, right? That's silly. It's I find, for my clients, I had a client who was trying to get self-love, right? In this time, because really you have to have, this is me, Alena speaking, you have to have self-love in order to open up to, or self-acceptance to be able to open up to the divine. Because otherwise, the critical mind, which is causing you not to have self love or acceptance, will be attacking you and you cannot trust what you're hearing. It causes mixed signals. You get all nutsy, you get frustrated, and then you stop. Do you see how that works? Yeah, I'm sure they talked to you a little bit about that. But anyway, she wanted to learn, and she didn't love. When we do not accept and love ourselves, we tend to give love like candy. We just give everything of ourselves out there, right? And then when it's not it's not reciprocal, we feel depleted, we feel betrayed, we feel hurt, right? Okay. So I'm sitting there talking to her, and spirit was just like, please let us in, please let us talk to her. And I said, okay. And I told her exactly what they told me about a love being, you are love, and allowing people to come in if you want them to versus giving out. It was so well said. She totally understood and is able to get there in a much faster way than I could ever have dreamed. Working with this Council of Light for everything I do is just incredible. And then there's a question here. Oh, I'm so glad. Nan, Nandini. Did I say that right? Because I like that name. Dubé. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This session is really, of course it is. It's spirit. Okay. There was a question. How did you get into channeling, Alena? Oh, um, I used to work through the court system. I used to do a class for people who weren't getting along, and I wasn't even understanding. I knew my material. I was one of their top counselors, and so I knew the material really well. But I was dealing with so many different kinds of people, and I'm me. I've had my own experiences. I don't know how the farmer grew up. I don't know how the gang member grew up. I don't know how a lot of people. So all of a sudden I'd be talking and something would just come through. It would just open up and just come through. And this new information that would just touch them. And when it happened the first time, it came in like a thought that I just spoke. But then as I was more accepting and I would welcome it, it was like just a peek through. But for a full-fledged channeling like this, it really didn't happen until I was doing a holistic fair and I started to I'm a shaman. So what do? I do everything with souls. And I was in talking to their soul. I can connect to their soul, and then their soul talks through me to them so that they can understand their dreams, who they are, how many lives they've had, why they're here now, right? So I was doing that. And I thought to myself, I think I'm ready. As long as it's a council of light, I am ready to open up. Isis, that's who was here today. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, I am ready to allow the council of light that guides me in everything I do to come through. And that's when I started to actually channel. I hope that answered your question, Inspiration TV. Thank you for asking. Anybody else have questions? Because another great stream. Thank you, PJ. And if you have questions, my gosh, guys, we are going on an incredible journey. And if you listen to what the Council of Light had to say, then you are going to soar at this time. And these challenges that we are getting right now, they're really meant for us to finally let go. Just let go. It is time. Let go of the things that are holding you. And those are these lessons we were here to learn. That's why I had to go through that one last, kind of a bully thing. And that's one thing I've learned, that's one lesson that I fall into all the time. And this was my last time. And by dealing with it in a way of higher and of spirit, it's amazing how much it's just gone now. Gone. And it's time for all of us to get through those last little things, learn the higher lesson, and then we can become more like spirit and less like the human body. And that doesn't mean we're all ascending into the clouds. We're still here, but we think more with spirit. We see more like spirit. We see things that others don't see. We understand the time, how the time is altering. We see how we're jumping reality sometimes. We understand all of these magical things that are happening. And because of that, we see the deeper meaning of life. And that is one very cool aspect of this new dimension. If you have any questions, if you are wanting to help getting into this new dimension, if you are looking for something in your life, you can always contact me. It's very easy. You can go to alenachapman.com. You can DM me. I'm learning the lingo. DM me on all sorts of things: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I do love TikTok. I'm one of those lovers of TikTok. You can go ahead and just wherever you can find me. You can even do Twitter, right? And just DM me and I will respond to you. I will get back with you. And it is me, no one else, so it's safe. And I will never solicit you, but I will talk to you. Okay? I love you all. Let's celebrate. It's the new dimension. So I love you all. If you missed this, like I said, go back and watch it. If you want more, get yourself subscribed and notified. I do this every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. If you have friends who are on that last leg trying to get to that new dimension, send this out to them. I don't know everything that I channeled. I never do, but I know it was good and I know it can help you. So make sure you get yourself, get it out there to people and listen to it again if you need, and get yourself subscribed. Love you all so much. Namaste. Stay connected to yourself, your beautiful spirit, and to others. And grow, grow, grow. Love you all. Adios. Bye now.